I have on the line Johnny Tech, a consultant with New Media Solutions. Johnny Tech, it's been a while. How are you, buddy?
Excellent. Very good. Thank you for asking. I believe it was 2013 last time we spoke.
Yeah, you were explaining to me that it was a good thing that people like me would not be able to make money from creating content on the internet.
Exactly. And I think things have played out precisely as I predicted, meaning that the vast majority of internet users have benefited tremendously from that model.
Yeah, except me. So what are your thoughts about the FCC decision regarding net neutrality?
Jimmy, I see this as an unqualified good, meaning that this will ultimately be a good thing for the internet, for internet users, and the economy that is supported by the internet.
Oh, how so?
Well, if you talk to a lot of people, you get the sense that this decision and these changes are ultimately inevitable and unavoidable. Like, it's simply going to happen. So the fact that the SEC went ahead and took these steps is a very progressive move on their part, honestly. And I think Ajit Pai is on the side of angels with this one. I really do.
All right, so let me get this straight, Johnny. The repeal of net neutrality is a good idea because it was going to happen anyway.
Exactly.
Okay, Johnny Tech. In no other realm of life is that a thought anyone would have.
Well, that is possibly true, but internet culture is different in that regard, for sure, because progress is the ultimate moral directive. Short-term predictive models are generated about where technology seems to be going, and whether or not that trajectory appears to be, quote-unquote, a good idea, closing that development gap becomes the primary mission. The fact that technological progress is made is, in fact, the defeat of evil.
I don't understand.
Well, take, for example, the recent acquisition of Fox by Disney. A lot of people bemoan this or complaining about it, but I think it's a good thing because inevitably in the future, basically every major movie is going to be like Wolverine, Donald Duck, and Sherlock Holmes fighting bad guys together. Is that a good thing? Who knows? But it is coming. So the progressive and moral thing for the major corporations to do is to erase the copyright boundaries around those intellectual properties so that these movies can be made and made without actual actors.
Okay. Getting back to net neutrality, how would the erasure of net neutrality affect the average internet user?
Honestly, not at all.
Not at all.
Well, the major telecom corporations have avowed to the public that they are not going to make the internet more expensive or more difficult for certain people or websites or whatever.
And we should trust them?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because they're the good guys.
They're the good guys?
Essentially, yes. They are. The websites are the good guys. The users are the good guys. Everybody's a good guy and everybody wins. A more connected world. But okay, hypothetically speaking.
Here we go.
Hypothetically speaking, think about how the vast majority of consumers only shop at Walmart, Home Depot, Target, major box stores like that. Now, would it make sense that the roads that lead to those stores be better paved and maintained than the roads that lead to the less successful stores? That's all this is. Maybe the people who go to the loser stores should pay more to have their roads maintained. Or, if they choose not to do that, just go to Walmart like everybody else. That's all this is. It's about providing choices. So as far as the internet goes, for example, news, most people get their news from the websites of the cable channels, CNN, Fox, etc. Shouldn't those websites be favored?
Over other news sources, like the one you're talking to right now?
Yes.
No!
See, I disagree, actually. It may be an unpopular opinion now, but once it gets accepted as the status quo, people won't even really think about it anymore. Again, it's about choice. People can choose to pay less or go to CNN.com or USAtoday.com, or they could pay more to visit your website. And you have the choice to alter your content to be part of a more favored algorithm. Everyone will have choices here that they never had before. That's why this is ultimately a good thing.
You're literally championing the suppression of free speech and freedom of the press. This is what you're doing, Mr. Tech.
Actually, I don't see it that way.
How? How do you not see it that way? Making it harder for people to get news from non-corporate news sources? Are you kidding me? Also, are you people just hell-bent on making it hard for me to make a living?
Well, for example, you can offset your decrease in income by using favored internet sites. It all balances out. We're basically looking at the barrel of a low-income, high-revenue economy driven by consumer credit. There are choices in that model for the individual consumer, but basically that's what we're looking at. And I think it's ultimately a good thing.
You people are scum. You know that? Now I remember why I haven't had you on the show for 4 years. At least these alt-right people wear their swastikas on their sleeves.
Jimmy, that's a good point, and I'd like to discuss that further. That's interesting, but I do have to go. My private jet is taking off, and we're about to head to Vegas for a meeting with some VC gentlemen. Very exciting things are afoot in the world of tech, my friend.
I hope you crash.
Excuse me, does this plane have free Wi-Fi?